the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
First and 10, here's Murray. Dancing to his left. Oh, what a juke into space. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play there for the Patriots.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. Murray's throw pulled in by Aguilar. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Again, this is Michelle. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Murray. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Now it's Herbert. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 58 yards. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved, fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Murray now on first down. He completes it to Henry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Isaiah Simmons, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Dorsett on the return. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. The first carry down. This is Williams. Herbert on first down now. Flush to his right. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Prater for the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. New England trying to get a place on offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. With a 3rd and long. Murray fighting, lost the football. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Extra point good by Prater. It's now 21-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete to Rager. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1. On 2nd down, Michel. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Michel. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Isaiah Simmons able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Shotgun now from Murray. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Isaiah Simmons. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering, because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And he'll be tackled inside his own 15. The decision to bring it out cost him some yardage. A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He's got a 1st down past the 30. To the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Curtis Samuel saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point. And a round is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it. But things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. On 2nd and 12, Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. throwing now is Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Here's Braden Mann now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Dorsett. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. On 1st down, Justin Herbert hitting Samuel on the slant. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point good by Prater. And that will extend this big lead. Touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very tiny 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. New England's offense set to go. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Under pressure, they got him again. Isaiah Simmons in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round Weekend. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marquise Goodwin, 62 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
After the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click. I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Patriots ready to get the football back. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all
shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And down to the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, check back 11. Check back 11. Pick it up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Patriots able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. The extra point up and good. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 70 yards. And the Steelers have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field. Try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Michel. Fights off the defender. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. A final shot before the break for Herbert. He gets it complete to Harris. So it's on to halftime of this AF. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Win or go home, that's the name of the game. And we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open?
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Curtis Samuel, 70 yards. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Extra point good by the Prater. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, they run with Michel. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. And it's Michel once again. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. The Patriots send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This 7. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, 83 yards. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance.
just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Isaiah Simmons with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. The Patriots send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll get it down to the plate at the 37. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd and inches. Herbert eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. On the move to his left. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He's starting to fall into the category of not fair. Because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible. Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back. Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now. Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it. Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big... Finds through, and now a crease. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there for the Patriots. Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expand. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run out of the gun with Michel, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Murray going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just get...
And in for the Steelers, touchdown! Curtis Samuel, 55 yards. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. New England trying to get a place on offense. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, check back 11, check back 11. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
Murray now. He'll get this underneath to Michel. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. New England on 3rd down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Buying time to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So under pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Isaiah Simmons. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. New England on 3rd down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Dorsett on the return. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday, and it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. Touchdown! Marquise Goodwin, 82 yards. And the Steelers are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Well, they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Prater for the extra point. And the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. To throw, it's Murray. Completes it to Aguilar. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Isaiah Simmons. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He'll field this at the 5. And he'll be out right at the 35. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And his throw here is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Extra point good by Prater. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. New England's offense set to go. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. First down, Murray. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Isaiah Simmons coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on second and long. Murray, quick hitter here, it's complete.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Murray now on first down. Forced out to his left. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing on first down is Murray. Being chased out left. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. 25 yards. And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A big play there for the Patriots. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Murray, one final try. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The Steelers going to survive and advance as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.